Our next session features a dynamic discussion with industry leaders who will share their valuable perspective on cyber preparedness. Moderating the discussion is Tammy Ohana Koll, CTO of Formula Systems. Joining Tammy on the panels are Dana Toren, Executive Director and Head of Israeli National CERT, Nina Gispan, VP CIO at Teged, Chen Goldfarb, CIO at Maxtop Group, and Merav Haliva, VP CTIO at HOT.
Ofer Levinger,
And Ofer Levinger.
VP R&D CIO at Isracard.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tammy, the mic is yours.
Thanks, guys. So it's hot here, so excuse me for not wearing a jacket. Okay? Franco, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So hi, guys. Thank you all for being here. It's nice to see familiar faces. We're gonna talk about preparedness. So before I dive into questions and answers, I would like to emphasize again the importance of preparedness to cyber incidents. I believe anyone who sits in this room experience or let's say at least one aspect of cyber events, not necessarily a technological aspect, but any other aspect of cyber events, maybe technological, reputation, PR, HR, legal, financial offer, even the simple aspect of what are we doing with our own employees in cyber events occurs. So today I'm hosting a panel with a wonderful group of people, and they are experts in their own job, who are willing to share their insights with us. And I hope each one of you will learn just one tip that will help you at the right time. So guys, a quick question for you all. It's, the same question. From your unique perspective and experience, how would you define cyber preparedness in just one sentence? And why is it a top priority for organizations today? Dana?
Okay, so cyber preparedness is part of comprehensive strategy. I think that it's related to the understanding of organizations that cyber crisis is most likely a matter of time, and that it won't affect only the technological areas but the entire organization, and they need to be prepared, and this is why organizations make it a priority. I think that this is the huge increase in cyber attacks in recent years, and the understanding that it can happen to the very best, and we should learn from them.
So you basically said it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Time, yeah.
Be prepared, as the movie said. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Nina?
absolutely.
Maybe yours
Hi.
is better. I don't know. Okay.
Okay, I'll just use this. So, I don't know if I can say it in one sentence, but I will say that I will divide it into two. One is you have to have a response team. Like in the normal times, we don't deal with crisis, so we don't think about it, so we're not experts in this. We are experts in running our business. So when emergency does happen, we would like people that this is their day-to-day life, and that's what we did. We took on a company, we took Code Blue, and we did have two really small incidents, and they were there, and it was excellent. And I think that the second thing about being prepared is I'm not going to talk about all the technology side and having like all different systems and landscapes and everything, but I will talk about the awareness, like a very high awareness with the employees. And the CEO, Wolf, talked about it before when he talked. I think having the CEO understand that this is his position. This is his job.
It's a business issue.
It's not. Yeah. It's like on the level of the CEO. So when this happens, then you get everything you need to be prepared.
Okay.
As you said, it's not a question when. It's not a question if. Okay, it's when. So this is the question. And as you said before, the CEOs, this is his responsibility. It's not the CIO. It's not a technologic issue. So the cyber preparedness, it's belong to the senior management of the organization. Absolutely.
Indeed. Ofer, you have a unique perspective.
Yes, it's going to be one long sentence.
Okay.
So first, less than a year ago, I would be the one, like others here, preaching to CEOs and C-levels to do readiness and preparedness for cyber events. So turn the tables around. I'm sitting here on the other side of the table. So long time ago, I was working with Dana and Tammy on the other side of the table. So
the best
here I am.
team.
And even with the Eitan. Hi, Eitan. So I would start with saying, don't improvise, okay? You can and you should be ready for an incident happening, and don't build on improvisation. You have to have something to work on, work with, and you can be prepared for that. So usually the mindset is, well, when shit hits the fan, I'll do something, okay? You cannot do that, okay? You must be prepared on doing so. Second thing, it's a moving target. So once you put the effort on building a plan, it cannot sit there, okay? It should be updated continuously because the business is changing and the threat actors are changing. So it's a continuous chase on making it relevant for your organization. And third and not least, recovery is crucial. Most of the incidents I've been in ended with recovery. So make sure your recovery plans work, that they are tight, they are immune to cyber attacks. By the end of the day, most chances you get back to your recovery. And last, pick a CISO that has been there. Okay, I did, it's great. So he knows what to do.
Yeah, I'm going to adapt it. It's a moving target. Okay, Dana, as a head of the Israeli national CERT, how do you collaborate with the organization to enhance their cyber resilience? Can you share any best practice to developing and testing incident response plans?
Yes, of course. In the Israeli national CERT, we see a great value in getting to know the industry, establishing communities and creating collaborations, organizations from different sizes with different work processes from different sectors. We work with them, understanding their needs and challenges, and fitting unique suits for them. And actually, in the CERT, we have a dedicated unit only for this matter. And as for the IR plans, so we issued best practices, explain how to manage and to be prepared to the cyber crisis. We defined criteria for IR companies and established a marketplace of
Nice.
those companies. Yes,
Here that Ofer, there's criteria for IR companies. Yeah, you know.
Was there at the beginning.
Yeah.
Haven't saw the fruit of that.
So I assume that we gave you the Excel
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are the companies that we work with. We also established an IR community. We call it the Mirror, and we collaborate on a daily basis, share threat intelligence, best practices, IOCs, CTPs. Sometimes we also work with them on cyber attacks in cases of a sensitive attack or an attack that can affect other organizations or other processes in the industry. We also lecture a lot in front of organizations and sectors in order to raise the importance of
And awareness for
the
importance,
awareness
yeah.
for importance of early preparedness, and we also exercise them based on real scenarios that we deal with on a daily basis.
Okay.
So,
As a former CIO of Migra, I can say use the CERT. They are a great consultant and they're doing a great job. Nina?
yeah.
In the transportation industry, what are some critical considerations for ensuring business continuity during a cyber crisis? How do you plan and how do you practice alternative modes of operation?
Yeah. So we again, there's a group. We run in 3 different countries, mainly Israel, but also in the Netherlands and Poland. And we have about 4,500 buses and light rails, a chain of garages. And our main concern, if there is an attack and we don't have information systems, is to have continuity and to have public transportation. And these are like something like 50,000 trips a day. And it's an issue. And we started about 2 years ago, very seriously working on a BCP. So we have the plan. And that's not, I would say it's half, but it's not even half. It's probably like 10%, because when we started practicing it, like every month, practicing a different branch, then we saw like the actual challenges coming up. And the thing is to practice. So we practice, we invest a lot of money in it. And this is something that, a mind shift that happened in the past years, with the management, understanding that you have to invest a lot.
With all the stakeholders in the organization.
Oh yes, you have to, like, leadership understands you have to invest a lot of money. We have people, that's their job, like 100% of their job is like to practice the different branches, and they understand it can come from anywhere. It can come from the supply chain, it can come from like different companies. We have like small companies. It can come from them, from I don't know, the cloud, from just like a user on his phone. And they're very concerned about it. And so we practice a lot. And even still, like we had, just like a few weeks ago, we had like a kind of a training for management. And Franco came and the whole team came, and we did like a simulation of what would happen. And then after 2 years of training, we understood that there were still scenarios that we were not prepared, that we're not, so we're now fixing it. So it's just like pray, practice, and pray.
Yeah.
PP. Yeah.
Chen, you know, how do you ensure that all stakeholders, as Nina said, from IT to executive leadership, are aligned with preparedness, and how do you handle their responsibility? How do you make them take the responsibility?
First, as Nina said, PPP, yeah, absolutely. People and practice. The crucial step that I had with Toren from Koll. he guided us with shake hands practical to meet the practical and the emergency teams, the IR teams that knows each other. And we made this meeting every quarter. And during these meetings, we shape our definition roles and responsibilities, and make good communication between us. And it is very, very important. This is the first step. The second step is the exercise the senior team, the senior management. Every year, we did it 2 years, and every year we see the progress and the maturity of the organization that they are doing. And we do it with Conscienta, with Guy Dagan, and we made, as news and fake news, and made it very, very realistic, and it's amazing,
To see the process, how they
I see
mature
the
and how they
process.
handle the.
The people know that it's a fake news, it's an exercise,
But it still impact them.
they getting sweat.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen it live.
Yes.
Ofer, so hi. I'm gonna ask you on your current role, okay? So in the financial sector, as the VP executive in Isracard, how do you conduct tabletop exercise to prepare management for various cyber incident scenarios? You said it's a moving target, so it's a various of scenarios. And what are some key lessons learned from these simulations?
Thank you, Tammy. First, as you probably know, the industry is heavily regulated, so it's there.
No.
Most of the data,
Regulation, no.
Yeah.
Israel, no.
I'm recorded, so I'll stop here. Most of the data is PII data, so the starting point is not an easy one. But the main things things needs to start from the C level, okay, from the CEO. Otherwise, nothing will work, because as everybody says here, it's all about the business continuity, not about the technical part of it, okay? And in Isracard, for example, I'm not leading the cyber team, okay? The cyber management crisis team. It's the CEO, it's not me. I'm part of it, I'm not leading that. I'm leading the technical part, not the business part. So I think this is a good starting point that brings how the business is looking at those issues. Second thing, we need to change the mindset of my counterparties from the business lines, in order for them to understand that it really meets them. They're responsible for making the business work, even if we had a problem. So this is something they need to take care of. And doing a tabletop exercise, it's about finding the gaps, okay? And finding the gap is not a failure, okay? This is something that we are looking to in order to enhance our readiness in those events. And also, practice makes perfect. So do that and do that again. Make it part of your mindset all day long, to understand that, this is everything that you do. New business line coming in, think about those crises and what you can do when it hits you.
Finding a gap, it is the most difficult ones when you deal with executive. They think they are perfect. So, yeah. Ofer, looking ahead, okay, how do you anticipate the landscape of cyber preparedness evolving? What strategic should organization adopt to stay ahead?
In one word, bad. In 2 words, very bad. Okay, because
It's very optimistic today, guys.
Because the threats are really on the rise. Okay, so especially here in Israel. Okay, we've seen what was happening around in the last, I would say, even before the October war started, but definitely after that, a huge spike on attacks on everywhere, okay? So this is the situation we need to handle. So the best thing is, always be on the mindset that it's going to happen today, okay? And look on, what have you missed up, what have you didn't think about business-wise and technical-wise. So always be alerted. Unfortunately, this is the situation that we are
Live in.
today. Yeah.
Yeah. Chen, same question?
Unfortunately, after the 7th of October, you cannot imagine and you cannot prepare for anything. You can try, but you know that you will have a surprise, bad surprise, unfortunately.
Nina?
Maybe this will be controversial, but I think that some of this should be outsourced. I think this is too much of an important topic. Like, I do agree that you have to think about it and be prepared, but then most of our energy goes to like how to improve our company and run the business. And then you have to invest, and you have to have people on the business side, but also on the IT that are dedicated to this issue. But you should bring in from outside experts all the time. You should have a retainer with companies that this is their life on the day-to-day basis. So,
This
and
is
then they
their
help
day
you,
job. Yeah.
and then they help you always to improve. Because, like, me personally, I can't always, okay, what's going on in the world? What should I do more? So, you should like have a lot of experts around you that they do this. They bring, they bring the
They keep you
preparedness.
posted.
Yes.
Dana?
So I think that if I need to choose only one, it will be sharing information and learn from others, from experienced organizations that have fallen into cyber attack, because many of the attacks that we see here in the area already happened in other parts of the world. And if we will share
The information.
the insights. So I think that if we will work in the INCD, we call it togetherness. If we will work together as cyber handlers, I think that it will only good can come of it.
Okay. Guys, thank you very much. It was a pleasure. Franco, thank you for the opportunity. So it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, and be prepared.